Hey, good morning, my friends. Welcome to Sober Jable. I am Joshua Abel. If you're liking these videos, make sure to comment down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Also, give me thumbs up on the videos and subscribe. Hit that bell when you subscribe so you get notified each time I create a video, which is almost every single day. Well, I had such an amazing adventure yesterday, but riding that moped for, almost 10 hours, it really kind of did a number on my body. My muscles are a little sore. I didn't get as sunburned as I thought, which is good, but I definitely need to start being more conscious of wearing sunscreen because I can feel a little tenderness up in there. But today, not so much of an adventure. I'm probably just gonna stick around the house and work on some creative stuff. Maybe work on my book, work on some Etsy stuff, apply for other jobs, because while I do have a bunch of different applications out there and have gone on some interviews, I want to keep that process going so that I can keep that momentum going and find the perfect job for me. Now, while I was going to and from Asheville yesterday, I was listening to some self-development podcasts and things like that. And I've kind of always known that I've never been meant to work for someone. I always enjoy more working for myself, having my own goals. So I'm trying to process what my next step will be with that. So, a couple of different things going on. I'm balancing a number of different plates and things like that. But I am officially over 90 days sober, which is fantastic. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive about life right now. And so I just wanted to talk to you about some of the changes and some of the things I've noticed about living in sobriety. So stay tuned. Here's a list of things that have changed since I've gotten sober. So one of the things that I've noticed while being sober is, and it's a small thing, is I don't throw up when I brush my teeth. I know it sounds absolutely disgusting, but when I was drinking, when I was putting all of those chemicals into my body, my gag reflex was crazy. I would go to brush my teeth, and if I would hit a certain tooth or try and brush my tongue, my gag reflex would kick in and I'd throw up. So I don't have to do that anymore, which is awesome. I don't have to start my day by puking. How cool is that? I'm able to sleep through the night. I'll go to bed and I'll sleep a solid 6 to 7 hours without stirring, without waking up, without having to get up because I'm jonesing for a drink and have to reach over my bed, whip out the bottle and take a big old swig just to calm myself down and go back to sleep. So sleep, I'm giving it an A-OK, a good thing. So being able to sleep through the night. I'm able to eat and enjoy solid foods. When I was drinking, there were periods where I would go, 2, 3, sometimes even 4 days without eating any solid foods. I would drink and that would curb my appetite so I didn't have to eat. And so actually being able to put down solid foods without feeling absolutely disgusting or overtly full. I had a pretty bad burger yesterday, but I was able to actually get it down and actually eat solid foods. A basic human necessity I'm able to do without having any problems. One of the big things that I've noticed is I don't get agitated as much, and it's not in my nature to just be angry and mad all the time. But when I was drinking, the littlest thing would set me off, and I'd start tensing up, and I'd snap at people. And the worst thing that would agitate me would be having to go into work. Now, I'm not too fond of my job now, and I'm working towards improving that. Going in, I'm still like, eh. But I don't get mad at it. I would physically get angry because I had to go into work. Well, that was primarily because I knew I wouldn't be able to drink the way that I wanted to. If someone would say something, I'd tense up, and it could be anything. It didn't have to be something snarky or anything. Just to have someone talk to me. I didn't want anyone to talk to me. Having to do laundry would piss me off. And any little thing would set me off. It was a terrible, stressful way to live. So now that I'm not drinking, I'm more cool, calm, collected. I'm more relaxed. I'm able to take things in stride. I don't get all upset or agitated as often as I used to, or as easily as I used to. Another great thing that I've noticed since I've gotten sober is I actually have money in the bank. It's not much, but I don't have to look at my bank account every single day and wonder if I'm negative, and wonder if I'm going to be able to go out and buy that bottle of wine or buy that bottle of vodka. I know that I have, at least some money in the bank. And in addition to that, I'm actually able to pay some bills. When I was drinking heavily, or even at all, the only focus that I had was enough money to get that next drink. And when bills would come in, I'd just kind of push them aside. I wouldn't think about them. My cell phone would get turned off. I couldn't pay my rent, couldn't pay insurance, I couldn't pay any bills because all of my money was going towards alcohol. Now I'm able to actually think about, setting some money aside for maybe retirement. I'm able to, keep my phone on, for God's sake. I'm able to actually go on, little trips that don't cost a lot of money. And so when I check my bank account and I'm not fearful that it's negative, it's a pretty good feeling. Another big thing that I noticed in sobriety is I'm actually able to get out and do things. When I was drinking, the only thing that I was able to do, the only thing I wanted to do, was lock myself in my room in isolation and cuddle up with my dog and my bottle of vodka while I watched Netflix. Yesterday, I went on an amazing little excursion to Asheville. I had a great time getting to know the city and just exploring around. I'm not so ashamed of myself that I have to lock myself away so no one will know what's going on. So actually being able to get out of the house and wanting to get out of the house, to go out and explore new areas. Even if it's, like a quick little trip downtown just to walk around. Getting out of the house and actually experiencing life. How cool is that? Experiencing life while I'm living. It's mind-blowing. And I can't believe that I spent so long, trapped in isolation and, allowing drinking to be my life. Another great thing that I am finding in sobriety. Another really cool thing that I'm finding after 90 days of being sober, and I've noticed this, in a relatively short period after I quit drinking was that I am starting to able to work on self-improvement. I'm starting to listen to podcasts that help direct me into actually being comfortable with myself and actually finding joy in life. When I was drinking, I only thought of myself as a big pile of crap, a worthless excuse for a human being, and that is all I would ever be. Alcohol is a depressant, and so it literally caused me to feel depressed about myself and hate myself. And I would keep drinking because I hated myself. And then alcohol would cause me to hate myself more. So actually working on self-improvement, working on self-value, being able to look in the mirror and actually saying, hey, you know what? I like this about myself. Finding at least a few positive attributes that I have to offer the world and offer to myself and offer to my family and friends. You know, I was not able to do that while I was drinking. And, you know, not feeling so useless and helpless. I can't even explain the feeling of feeling like I'm nothing, I'm worth nothing. It's such a devastating and emotionally eroding feeling. And now I'm able to actually start working on that and start, you know, feeling good about myself again. Another thing that I'm noticing, which is fantastic about being sober, is I'm way more optimistic. It's pretty much built into my soul that, you know, things are going to work out. Things are going to happen in my life that will be positive. And I've always been, you know, a positive person. However, when I was drinking, you know, I had nothing but negativity and pessimism in my life. Nothing was going to turn out the way I hope. Nothing. I'm not good enough for anything to go right. You know, I have no direction to, you know, create positive change in this world. And now being sober, you know, I don't have those thoughts as often. In fact, of course, there's still fleeting moments where I'm like, I get down, but overall, I am way more positive. And I kind of exude that to other people. You know, if someone comes up to me with a problem, or, you know, if they're going through a rough patch, I'm able to at least exude some positive energy to hopefully turn that around. And I'm able to do that for myself. You know, while I don't like the job that I'm currently in, I know that, you know, things will turn around. Things will become things will get better. I have no doubt about that. And I'm able to put that energy into the universe and actually experience positive things, which is incredible. It's such a good feeling. And on the back end of that, I'm actually able to appreciate things that are happening, whether they're good or bad. I'm able to appreciate what's going on in my life and the people in my life. You know, yesterday going to Asheville, I was able to appreciate, you know, the cultures and the restaurants and the music scenes and, you know, everything that it had to offer. And even going up there, just stopping and observing the beauty of nature that was all around me. There were rivers, and the trees were green, and the air was fresh, and it was so cool to just be able to stop and appreciate, that moment, and appreciate that I'm able to do that. Hey, guess what? I'm not sitting in jail. That in itself is a miracle. And while I didn't go to jail every time I was drinking, every time I went to jail was because of drinking. And unfortunately, I've been there on more than one occasion. But I get to wake up in a bed, not on a metal bunk. I get to actually choose what I want to eat instead of being delivered slop on a plate. I get to hang out with people that I love instead of other criminals. So not sitting in jail, definitely a positive and a positive thing that has changed in my life since I'm not drinking. And probably the best thing that has changed in my life since I've quit drinking is I'm able to love and accept love. While I was drinking, while I had that bottle in my hand, that was the only thing that I loved. I isolated from all of my friends, all of my family, and I would literally push them away. I would never contact my parents. I would never contact my sisters. I would never talk to friends. And now that I have quit drinking, I'm able to accept their love and actually love in return. And that feeling, it fills such a void that alcohol had caused. And in addition to that, I'm able to actually start loving myself. So those are some incredible, and there's so many others. There's so many other things that have positively changed since I've quit drinking. But those are just some of the few highlights that have changed since I put down the bottle. I hope you're getting value out of this. If you are, please comment down below. What has changed in your life? What positive things are happening now that you have put down the bottle, since you've quit drinking, since you've quit drugs, whatever your addiction was? I'd love to hear about it. Comment down below. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Subscribe to these videos, hit that bell so you get notified each time that I create a video. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye.